Tell me what's making you jump like that. SIMP, squirrels in my pants. Ain't got no chickens, ain't got no rats. SIMP, squirrels in my pants. S to the I to the M to the P. Then maybe you can be moving like me. Step right over and watch me put it down. Squirrels, step right over and watch me put it. S to the I to the M to the P. Greetings, gamers, and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Carl Monroe, and I was just informed about what this episode is really about. The sad thing is I came up with this list, but here we are anyway. There aren't any actual characters in video games with squirrels in their pants, so what is the other form of simp? A simp is typically a simple person lacking common sense. I know a few of those. However, the more recent and memeable version of the word refers to a person who foolishly overvalues a woman. And I'm sure you're all thinking of a specific video game character or Ted Mosby, but don't worry, only one of those is actually on this list of the top 10 biggest simps in video games. If you're new here, hit that like and subscribe button for more dumb lists like this, but most of the time we actually have good lists. Not that this won't be good. Just roll the intro. And at 10, Agent 47. Agent 47 is an assassin working for the International Contract Agency, commonly referred to as the ICA. The way he gets his contracts and information is through a handler. Agent 47's handler was Dinah Burnwood, and while Agent 47 was never supposed to meet her in person, he did anyway after his near-death experience. They also end up developing a friendship. Now, while this may not seem like simp behavior, in the game Hitman Absolution there is an incredible amount of change. The first contract of the game, acting as the tutorial, is actually your contract to kill Dinah. 47 obviously is reluctant to do so considering their friendship, but he is an assassin and it's his job. However, after he does the deed, Dinah tells him to save a girl she's been harboring from the ICA, the very reason for her contract. And what does 47 do? He doesn't follow his orders and bring back the girl, no. He does as Dinah asked and protects the girl, even leaving the ICA and cutting off the iconic barcode tattoo on the back of his head. Allowing a girl to change you in such a dramatic way so quickly? You straight simpin'. In at 9, Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog from 2006 had Sonic just really simping over a human. First of all, one of the weirdest video game couples ever, but I digress. This guy has been simping from the start. Whether it be for Amy or for this girl, he will legit only stop being dead when she finally gives him a kiss. Like, dude, she didn't even cry when you died, man. She 100% wasn't worth it, but he did it to him anyway. He's not as bad as the others on this list, but she wasn't even in your species. And I don't even mean like she isn't a hedgehog. She isn't even an anthropomorphized speedrun in anything of action. She was literally the furthest thing from any sort of normal relationship you could have, but yes, simped for her anyway. And don't even get me started on Amy, who has clearly got it going for you too, but you just totally ignore her even though it's been confirmed on multiple occasions, and you've even hinted at your emotions during games like Sonic Boom. But like, it's Sonic Boom, so who really knows if that counts. Either way, he's straight simping. And it ain't Michael. This guy is above simp level. However, above still counts as simp. In the GTA 5 story mode mission Marriage Counseling, Michael is just getting home and looking for his wife Amanda. However, he gets suspicious when he sees 2 tennis rackets outside on the ground when she should be currently practicing her backhand. Well, apparently, as he learns when he heads up to their bedroom, Amanda was practicing another kind of stroke. Michael catches her cheating on him with the tennis coach he is, quote, paying $150 an hour to f*** my wife, and proceeds to scare him out of the house. Well, getting cucked wasn't enough. He then proceeds to chase the coach and eventually follows him home. While this could all be settled with a good fist to the face or hell even a knife to the gut, Michael decides to pull the guy's house off a cliff using a truck. Look, I know you're angry, but get a divorce and punch the man out. There was no need to pull his house off a freaking cliff. Not to mention, he wasn't even the one who initiated a divorce after it was the wife. He wanted to stay. You straight simpin'. And it's 7, Sven. Sven the Bard in Skyrim has to be one of the most annoying characters in the whole game to me. Sven, if you are unaware, is a bard located in Riverwood's Sleeping Giant Inn and is pining for the heart of Camilla Valerius while in a battle for it with another Riverwood resident, Faendal. Now, I know that technically in this situation, Faendal is technically simping as well, but he actually has some use thanks to his abilities to teach you archery. Plus, when I first played the game, I talked to Sven, who asked me to lie. Therefore, with my experience, he was simping harder. Trying to manipulate a girl into loving you with a letter filled with vile things that is addressed from your competitor, straight simping. However, if you wanted to, you could increase these fellas to the level of cuck by giving Luke and Camilla's brother back the Golden Claw and then marry Camilla yourself. You can actually protect her until the tool who wanted you to lie for her comes back. He can show up at your house. And at 6, Pokemon. Pokemon are such simps, man. Don't even try to fight me on this one. The move Attract speaks for itself. If the target Pokemon is the opposite gender of the Pokemon who uses the move, the target Pokemon will become infatuated with said Pokemon. And somehow it's always female Pokemon that use this move. This move causes the afflicted Pokemon just to stop battling as it gazes with lust in its eyes and the most primal instincts in its mind. Boom boom time. Speaking of which, Pokemon will bang any Pokemon they physically can. And they even go so far as to allow the Pokemon that's born to be the species of the mother, hardly passing down any of their genetics without the use of items. They'll even bang a Ditto if it looks like a female because Pokemon are such simps. Ditto looks like a lady. Ditto looks like a... I honestly don't know what's with me in singing in these recent videos, so I apologize if it's absolutely ghastly. Get it? Because I'm talking about Pokemon? Ghastly's a Pokemon? Okay, never mind. Pokemon with their extreme sensitivity to the move affection and their lust to just pump as many females full of baby juice as possible causes them to be straight simping. All I gotta say. Halfway through at number 5, Raiden. In Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, you don't play as the typical Solid Snake. Instead, you play as Raiden. This obviously caused some frustration among the fans since Guy Liner and cardboard boxes had become synonymous with the series at this point. However, playing as Raiden added another interesting feature to the gameplay: his girlfriend. I talked about this game in the top 10 games that punish you for being a jerk video, and I talked about the same thing there. But what I didn't realize at the time was Raiden is one hell of a simp. At some point in the game, you have the ability to shoot and kill seagulls. You can do this or you cannot, it has no impact on the story. However, if you decide to off one of the little scoundrels, your girlfriend will get mad at you, call you, yell at you, and then refuse to save your game until you apologize to her for it. Saving in a Metal Gear Solid game is of the utmost importance, so the fact that this actually happens is terrible, but you don't have any other option other than apologizing to get the feature back. Killing seagulls is totally fine, in fact it's encouraged. The birds work for the bourgeoisie, okay? Apologizing for killing a spy camera for the government because she's your girl? Straight simping. And at 4, William Afton. This guy has probably gone the furthest in order to feel the love of a woman. And since a whole load of you guys come from the FNAF phase on this channel, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Ballora is an animatronic introduced into the series in FNAF's sister location, the 5th game in the series. Ballora was meant to represent the mother of the Afton family, or perhaps someone else that William didn't let into his life after the loss of his child, as suggested by the lyrics of Ballora's song. Why do you hide inside your walls when there is music in my halls? And if that doesn't sound like an innuendo, I don't know what does. The thickest of animatronics is for sure meant to represent a woman William lost either by neglecting them in the aftermath of Michael's death, or just by death itself due to a disease or potential accident. Building a robot to keep a lost love with you? For sure, straight simping. And at 3, SpiderMan. I know that SpiderMan is typically a comic book character, but he was brought into video games and done so incredibly well in the SpiderMan PS4 exclusive game. If you haven't played it, I highly suggest you do. However, in that game, Peter has been Spider-Man for a while, long enough to put almost all the Sinister Six away, and by the end of the game have done it twice. But he has also broken up with Mary Jane. Now look, the character of Mary Jane is fine, okay? I have no quarrels with the cinematic version or the comic versions of her, even if I think that Felicia Hardy is a better fit. But in this game, holy crap is she one toxic. She will put herself in dangerous situations over and over again, relying on Peter to save her, but get angry at him whenever he comes to save her before she asks. Apparently, it's even why they broke up. Because she wants to be stupid and nearly get herself killed like Peter, but also only wants to be saved on her watch. Girl, you don't have powers. You going into those situations is literally suicide. Like, come on, Peter, can't you see that? And can't you see how thick Felicia is in that DLC? You even thought that her kid could have been yours. Would you have stayed with MJ if it was? Either way, Peter spends the majority of the game trying to get back with MJ, and honestly, I don't even know if they did. But he still misses a chance to smash Black Cat because of it, and they aren't even official. So Peter, with your toxic girl, you straight simping. And at 2, Link. Link has been chasing after Zelda for ages, always trying to save her, and in that animated series, always wanting that kiss.
Zelda!
Link!
Oh boy, smooching time!
Ah!
Oh.
Don't try that again, Buster.
While sure, he is more successful than some, this guy literally let the entire series be named after the girl he's trying to chase after. Link, my guy, you straight simpin'. Finally, and at number 1, Mario. Does anyone need an explanation? The princess is in another castle, and so is your dignity. Mario, you straight simpin'. There we have it, friends, the top 10 simps in video games. Who did you think is the biggest video game simp, and which simp do you prefer? The one I talked about in this video or the one I sang about in the beginning? Be sure you let me know down below, and on your way down, be sure you hit like and subscribe for daily gaming content, and ring that bell to join the clan and level up. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.